He said he could not tell me when exactly it started. But I can. It started with me trusting him absolutely. I'm gonna try to give the full story. Within the past 4 years we've dealt with a lot of pain. His dad got diagnosed with cancer. I lost both my parents. He got diagnosed with thyroid problems and diabetes. Also, he was having erectile dysfunction happen, which hurts my confidence. I got diagnosed with a bad liver and lupus. He has manic depression and maybe BPD. He's still going to therapy. He's grouchy and snappish with me. My memory and attention span is shit. My sex drive is barely there. He has medical insurance and I don't. We don't have the money to live. We both work by the by. To add, I have offered for us to break up where I haven't been what I consider to be a good GF. He's always told me no. He's been on this app like TikTok where he hung out with a group of people. He works nights, I work days. I didn't see a problem with this. I trusted him. He was offered day shift on weekends, but he complained he wouldn't be able to hang out with his dad. Okay, his dad is sick, I understood. I've offered BJs, which he says he doesn't like them. He likes sex. I offered sex even if I didn't want to. He turned me down saying he didn't want it if I didn't. He also wants more attention. We only have 2 days off together and work 12-hour shifts. But over the last month I've thrown myself into our relationship and we had sex. I found a cheap gym which I've been going to since November. Also, I've been making a point to set my phone to the side and listen to him talk about everything. Even the other woman. Which, to make this easier, we will call him Grinch, and her Cindy. She looks like a fuller, darker-haired Huffle character. So he's been talking to his online group, which Cindy is in. He's been on this app for years now. But he has mentioned her a lot more than the other group members. Then I found a XL black thong in the laundry basket. Doesn't belong to anyone in the house. A week or so later he gets a bag of chips in the mail, peppered something. He tells me it's from Cindy, his online friend. So I did what I never did. I snooped and found him messaging multiple women, and you could tell conversations had been deleted. But there was one where one woman asked him if him and Cindy were a thing. He said no, they just flirted a lot and cut up. I spoke to him that day after he woke up, and he told me that Cindy was obsessed with him and he was gonna have a talk with her. That she was just desperate for a relationship and was looking to him even though he was taken. Then I snooped again because it just didn't sit right. Women don't become obsessed for no reason. He had messaged her and told her he needed to talk to her when he gets to work and that I was around, so he had to wait. I called him at work and was just like, so have spoken to Cindy about her obsession. And he said, I just can't take it no more. I cheated on you. Let me tell you, trying to ask the basic questions of how long and how was ridiculous. It was nudes and videos, masturbating chats. And he said it's been going on after we had sex, which he told Cindy about. And he felt so bad cause he noticed how hard I'd been trying. I asked the usual questions. Did he find her attractive? He said not really. She had a pretty face, but her body wasn't as good as mine, he said. And I asked why. He said he wasn't getting enough attention from me and it felt good to have someone give him attention and feel desired. And I course said, then why didn't you break up with me and just be with her? He said because he loves me and only loved her like he does his best guy friend Billy. I am ashamed to say I said, did you cheat on me with Billy too then? He said no. And that he wanted to fix our relationship. He mentioned not talking to Cindy, which I know I shouldn't have, but I said no, he could be friends with her. I wanted to know he would quit being in contact with her on his own. By the next day I was fuming. I asked him why is he still in contact with her, and he told me he feels guilty over her course he led her on. She knew he was in a long-term relationship with me. So I still have been asking questions and trying to figure everything out, which we both were exploding and yelling at different points. He yelling cause he said for years I've been grieving and has felt alone and it was too late when I started doing better. And I yelled cause he only cheated after we had sex. And told Cindy. So while we were bickering on the phone while he was at work, I messaged him and her, both telling them they deserved each other. Then only after I do that he goes and blocks everyone he spoke to on that app, including her. Oh, and I was on his messenger when the group was talking and popped in and said, why does the Grinch need comforting or something like that. I think they booted me out. It Grinch called me and told me to get off his stuff while he says goodbye to everyone, even though I told him to just be with her. He's been telling this entire group of online strangers I've made him so unhappy. Now we're just been talking about it all and he was emotionally abusing me. Grinch told me that it was gonna take both of us to fix this. Excuse me. Both of us. I didn't cheat, I tell him. He said it was my fault too that he cheated. MF, I told him no, that it does take two to cheat, the Grinch and Cindy. Now after much more talking he keeps saying it. So here I am telling a mass of strangers of how unhappy the Grinch made me after Christmas. Our ages, by the way, me, 33, Grinch, 35, Cindy, 36-38.